Today, we get back to the roots of the channel. I show you a head I did for a customer, and my new weapon of choice gets a makeover. Let's go. What's up guys, Justin here from Just Incredible Network, and today I'm doing another lacrosse video for the YouTube channel. It's been a while since I made any videos, but it's been especially a long time since I've done lacrosse related videos. And that's kind of what this channel started out on, so I'm going to get back to those roots. I have two heads to show you today. One is for a customer. Just feel like doing this in the video, felt like it was a cool head that turned out pretty well after a couple mistakes. And the other is my weapon of choice, redone, and it looks so sick, so we'll start with the customer's head. This is my teammate Jonathan's Surgeon 300, newest rendition of the Surgeon series. They made these going for beginner to intermediate to advanced level. I believe there's the Surgeon 300, that's what he has here, the 500, and then I want to say this 900 or the 700, I'm not sure, but I know it goes higher in the hundreds, and that's supposed to be like the most advanced one. That's like what all the pros use and a lot of high school players use. But he's a first year player, so I think the 300 is going to last him well. And he had it sitting on a Wonder Boy Plus, so that's a good first stick for anybody to use. It's nice and durable. But his pocket in this was absolutely atrocious. I think just over the wear and tear made it bad, because it wasn't done by a bad stringer. It was actually done by a teammate of mine named David, and he always strings what he thinks you need, and doesn't, because you never know what you want when you're a first year player. So we gave him kind of like a mid-high hybrid low pocket, I want to say, and it was good for the most part of the season, and then it just started whipping down and then not whipping at all, and then it was so crazy throwing it. So I hooked it up, gave him a piece of my old East Coast mesh, mid-low pocket. That's going to stay mid-low, it's not going to shift too high, mostly going to stay in bag low, with no whip, 3 straight white shooters, and a pretty sick channel. As you can see, I have a ball right here. Sorry, it's really far back. Ball right here, but see, it's basically a ball's width, so it's going to give him deadly accuracy. All yellow sidewall and yellow shooter and throat. I would have cleaned it up, but you know, he didn't really ask for the full treatment. He just asked for, you know, restringing and a mesh transplant, so I just gave that to him. And I think it all looks nice because it has not that used. As you can see, it's not, you know, too much on the outside. Still white there, mostly ball burns on the inside and stuff like that. But yeah, I think this came out really nice. I had this one pocket on it. It was so terrible. I tried to, you know, follow just any random Surgeon pattern or STX head pattern, and this head, it doesn't have good spacing on the stringy holes because it's a beginner head, so those patterns weren't working, and the pocket was unchanneled, super wide, and didn't come out anywhere near like this. But yeah, I got it after a few tweaks. I figured if you pay $10 for this whole order, he's gonna get, you know, the right stuff, and this should work fine for him. So I'm going to take you through the pattern real quick. I usually don't do patterns, but this head was pretty difficult to string. Like, I'm a decent stringer, but it took me a while to get this kind of pocket in it. So here we go. Top string on the second hole, then the shooters here, skip those two, loop start, skip, SI, stacked SI, then a 2, a 1, a 1, and then the inside one tie off, and then just loop the bottom string between, looks like 4 diamond rows, up down, and get an even pattern, then tie it off. And then what I like to do, I like to take a lighter right here and singe the knot, make sure that stays in place, because shooter bottom strings do come undone a lot, but when I singe them and tie them real tight, they stay perfectly fine. And that's what I like about them. So yep, Surgeon 300, mid-low pocket, good for one-handed cradling and deadly accuracy. Has a lot of hole too. I never really got too much hole with low pockets, but the way I strung this one, you should be able to rip from outside, wind it back on your shots, and do the occasional toe drag. Alright, and now for the main event, my new stick out of a pretty new setup, I would say. Whole new string job. Last time you saw this setup, it was during the Pink Panther video. It had white East Coast mesh and all pink stringing going all around, and it was on a black Crypto Pro shaft with pink tape, and I dubbed it the Pink Panther. It was cool, it was working well, but then it just became really inconsistent, and I was sick of missing shots that I know would make any day of the week passes were whipping high or going straight down, so I just needed a new change up, something fresh, something sick. So I cleaned off the head, went to my local lacrosse store, Universal Lacrosse, out in Skillman, and then I picked up a whole new stringing kit, and this is a finished product, and I dubbed the Raider. Like I said, Raider, you see the penny? Raider is my high school team. We're the North Brunswick Raiders. Blue, yellow, and white's our colors, and that's basically what this head revolves around. We got double stacked nylon, white and yellow, blue shooter, white shooter, yellow shooter in the throat, blue sidewall all around. And I did this new thing with the top string that I learned from Greg from East Coast Dyes, doing a regular 9-diamond top string, and then you weave, I don't know if you can see it better this way, you weave the string in between the mesh connector, and it just holds these diamonds up, doesn't sag low, can't pull it high, it stays, lets the diamonds stay right there, and it's really sick. You can actually feel the tension in the diamonds, and I'm glad I figured that out, because it seems much more beneficial than trying to learn a triangle top string, because that just seems way too difficult for no reason. And yet still sitting on the black Crypto Pro. All the graphics scratched off though. I got the Crypto Pro Select because it said minimalistic graphics package, keep the shaft clean, and the middle, well, you can't see it because it's not even there, but the middle warrior emblem scratched off in like a matter of days, and then the Crypto Pro letters scratched off in a matter of minutes. I will say that it's partially my fault. I do have a lot of dents up here because I'm trying to learn the dunk goal, and I always hit the bar in any way. But yeah, Crypto Pro Select and a new tape job. Just a skinny, I cut the tape into 1/3. You can see it right here. Yeah, that's the side I use right there. Cut it into 1/3. I just crisscrossed all the way up, and it looks really good. Feels good on my hands. And yeah, okay, let's get into the head. Like I said, the old Pink Panther was really inconsistent, and it was whipping high, whipping low, and it was really unpredictable at some point, so I had to switch it up, and I am now a user of String King mesh. So I got a String King Type 2X mesh, and I absolutely love it. Took me a while to get used to it, obviously, because it has no wax. It's just straight up semi-hard mesh, but they weave it differently, so it beats out every semi-hard mesh out there, I believe. But yeah, the mesh is a 17.5 millimeter, I think, so the diamonds are bigger. But I had no problem transporting patterns here. Like, I just use any regular pattern. Like here I have SIs, 2s, 1s, and then 1 SIs, and then regular tie-offs. And yeah, it strung up very, very nice. A lot of people say you should use U-string. That's the website that coincides with String King, and it's supposed to give you the best pocket possible, but I didn't use it because they have a lot of terms, and basically it's nothing different than any other string. Like, they had this one thing I noticed, they call it ups, and basically you go up through the diamond, pull tight, come through the string hole, tie a knot, and then move on, which is basically a 1 without a knot, because if you look here, you go up to 2 diamonds, here's a 2 right here, up through 2 diamonds, come through the stringy hole, and come back around and pull tight. Basically, if I tied a knot in that, that would be 2 ups, basically. So yeah, they basically said, I know I'm saying basically a lot, but yeah. Basically, all String King did was give new names to patterns we already knew. But other than that, I have no complaints. This is my permanent stringing setup. Double stack nylon, 2 shooters, has a nice clean release, very smooth. It's kind of like what Paul Raywell uses, but I know it's not his actual replica. But it seems pretty similar. But yeah, I am now a String King user, and I just love the way the stick turned out. Matches my school penny, and actually matches my helmet here, my CPXR. Here we go. Oh, back up a little bit so you see it. Black cage, blue shell, yellow chin, and I just added an East Coast dye sticker on there, even though I do use String King now. But it looks so sick, right next to each other. And yeah, I'm really proud of how this one turned out, and I hope to be using this more often. Like I said, I do have kind of an OCD thing with my sticks, so I'm probably going to be changing this white shooter out every time it just gets too dirty, and you know, just makes the pocket not look new. So yeah, it's going to be me. But other than that, head shooting fine. Just had practice yesterday, and I was tearing it up. Shaft is fine. It does get dent a lot, but I hear that about the Crypto Pros, that they do dent a lot, but they do last you a long time. So push come to shove, just buy another shaft. But yeah, that's my setup. The new Raider stick, and it's gonna do me well my junior year season. Alright guys, that is it for the Just Incredible Network. First lacrosse video in a while. Hope you guys liked it, and I will see you guys later.